What up guys, this is Versus Z and welcome to Riderfest. This is week 1 and week 1 is all about Kuga, Agito, and Ryuki. But for my first contribution in week 1 I'm going to be talking about something that I believe is an essential bit to collecting, figure arts and s.i.cs and even just collecting in general. So I bring to you guys the Tamashii Stage Act.4. These are what they are. They're just action bases with a clip, so you could pose your. Here's a little example. So you could pose your figures in pretty much any pose stance that you want, as long as it's only really limited to how these different pieces work together. Now the Stage Act.4 for Humanoid was released just this year in June and retails for 1,300 yen. That's about 14 to 15 US dollars. The Stage Act.4 comes with 3 stage acts. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3 posts here, and I've already actually opened this up and used a couple, but let's check this out. Let's check out the box. This is a simple packaging. On top it just says Stage Act.4 for Humanoid. There is a Stage Act 1, 2, and 3, but they've been discontinued already, so they released the Stage Act.4. They also just released a Stage Act.5 for mechanicals, so like robots, but I think they all work the same way, to be honest. Now these stage acts seem to work best with your SH Figure Arts figures, as it says here. Not only do these work for SH Figure Arts figures, they also work for your robot Tamashii and your s.i.c or Super Imaginative Shokugen figures. Both sides just look like that. Underneath you have some information, telephone numbers, barcodes, and all that stuff. Things that I can't even read. On the back it shows you some examples of how you can pose your figure. So you can just pose it simply like this. It's the same exact image in the front of the box. You can also have just a simple post, very similar to if you have the play arts from the Final Fantasy play arts. It's kind of the same way, and that's also included here. And you can use a single base to attach the two different posts to pose 2 different figures at once. Now, I really like this set because it comes with so much. There's a different clip here for other. I'm not sure what that's for really, but I haven't used it yet. But you can use this. There's different styles of clips. You can post the 3 bases together. So yeah, there's the example that it comes with 3. It really does come with 3. It's it's not a scam. So you have all these are all the pieces that come in this set. So you have the 3 bases, 3 posable posts, 3 static posts. These 3 go on the static post. These 3 will go here, and then you also have these clips for more, I guess, wastes or areas that have more solid edges rather than the typical ones you use here for the rounded edges like wastes and everything. And here are 4 clips you use to attach the different bases together. So now let's crack this thing open and look at the actual items. These would be the instructions to let you know how to use all the different pieces. It also comes with this search tag. I forget what these things are called, but for your phones who can actually scan this, it'll end up taking you to this website. If you're familiar with figure arts and almost any other Bandai figures that have the same type of packaging, you know this is a very well made packaging. It's very sealed, very easy to open. Alright, so now let's look at all these parts. Sorry about that. So here you have the normal base, and you can see I've already used up 2 of the bases. Here's the base itself. It's clear, and I need to leave this. I need to leave these guys in the background, otherwise you probably can't see it. But here's the clear base. There are 3 posts that you can use for these figures. There's 1 up there, and then these 2 as well. I think you actually have to pop them out before. Yeah, these 2 you have to pop them out from underneath before you can use them. This one stays open. You just use that there. And these pieces just keep falling out of place. Alright. Okay. This would be the one that I use primarily. It's got 1, 2, 3 points of articulation for different angles, different positions. Yeah, just works around pretty well. You also have the static post here, which you can use if you just want to keep the figure standing. Just take this, plug that into there, and then you're set. Now there's also these posts here, these pieces that go on these posts. It's a C clip, you just click it on there, and then you would take these pieces here. So there are some parts that you actually have to cut out, and there are these right here. Sorry, you gotta cut these parts out, and you swap them, I guess, with either this C clip that goes on the waist, or just the normal kind right here that would go on the articulated post. And then you just take these pieces out, plug them into here, and then they're articulated, so you can have different sizes and sizes of the waist and everything. So it's pretty neat. So that goes in there. Here's the more solid clip that I mentioned. I do believe this is more for like the robots that you would have, because it has more of a solid angular style clip there, rather than just being round edges. So you can pretty much use these. It just goes to show you that you can pretty much use this Stage Act.4 for, for anything, and it's not really limited to Bandai figures or action figures. I've tried to use these this Stage Act on a Gundam, one of my Gundam model kits, and it worked perfectly fine. You would have to mess around with it. You would definitely have to use this one rather than the round edge, because it would have more of a grip on the mobile suit's waist, but it works fine. It works just fine. So it's pretty neat. Now, like I said, this piece would go on there, and you just plug it into, and there's no wrong way to do this. It's pretty easy. If I can get it out. So you take the more thick edge and you use that, plug it into the base like so. Take this piece, put it on top, and you can set the angle whichever way you want, and then you would cut out these two pieces and plug them into here, and then you have another clip. It's more of a C-shaped waist clip, so it's a nice little thing to have. Now, because these pieces are clear, there's the risk of, oh, and underneath the three of these pieces are the 4 pieces that you can use to clip the bases together, and they're just right there. So the issue with this, I guess, is because the parts are clear. They honestly don't feel brittle. I think they molded the plastic thick enough so that you can pretty much do all this and that, and this isn't gonna break. So it's perfectly fine, and everything it's all screwed in. So you gotta have strong enough plastic, nothing too brittle, for you to be able to screw the plastic in. It's not like it really doesn't feel like it seems to like a little bit of a stronger plastic than the ones used on the Bandai action bases. So I don't know, it just feels more durable than the clear action bases. So if you're concerned about getting this set because of the fact that it's molded in clear plastic, try not to worry. I mean, look at it. I'm messing around with it and nothing's breaking, so it's all great. It's all great. There's nothing really to worry about. So why is this a very important piece to have in your collection? Maybe because if you didn't have these Stage Acts, you wouldn't be able to pull off things like the Rider Twin Maximum. So sick. Besides, what's a rider kick without it being in the air, right? You gotta love that Fang Stricer though. That is one rider kick. So 1,300 yen, well, let me say 15 US dollars. You get three Stage Act.4s, or just say action base. You get 3 action bases, and you can fully take advantage of your SH Figure Arts, or pretty much any figure you have, because these really work for any figure. It even says so on their, if you go to HLJ, it says you can use this on any Bandai or other humanoid action figures. So go ahead and give this thing a try if you seem interested. I mean, 15 bucks, you can get it from Hobby Link Japan, or right now would be a good time to go to Hobby Link Japan, because they have the half off FedEx shipping, and you could really take advantage of this. It's still in stock. There are other colors if you'd like. There's clear yellow, clear red, and clear green. So there's some playability and some there's some variety in there too. It's a fun little purchase. I mean, just the fact that you can use these on any figure, You can use them on your robot Tamashiis if you have those. You can use them on your s.i.cs even, especially for your Kiwami Tamashii. If you have the smaller ones, those will look real nice posed in midair. And if you need any more action bases for your Gundam model kits, this is a good substitution too. So, 15 bucks you can get 3 of them. You can definitely hold up your 1:1 44 scales up without a problem. So I think it's a worthy purchase if you're interested. I'm not gonna say go out there and buy it immediately, but it's something. If you're curious, go ahead and try it out, especially if you're collecting Kamen Rider figures. So this has been Versus Z with the video review of the Tamashii Stage Act 4 for Humanoid, clear color, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy Riderfest. See you next time.